you.
I'm so inspired by moms killing it. Like, I feel like I just got into motherhood and just to see mothers been doing it and doing it still, I'm like,
it don't stop.
I'm so excited.
What's up? Hey, Mom. What's up? Hey, Mom. What's up? Hey, Mom. What's up? Hey, Mom. What's up?
Welcome to Moms Actually. I'm Blair.
And I'm Morgan.
And this is our special guest, Monica Style Muse.
Yes.
I'm so excited to be here.
We're excited to have
Thank you so much for coming on the couch with us.
Oh,
and
anytime.
hanging out with us. For the
We're already
day.
friends. We're besties.
Yeah, we're besties.
Listen.
It happened in like 2 minutes.
Absolutely.
Stuck with me. So brag on yourself a little bit.
Yes.
You know, I think they know who you are, but just in case for the 2 people that don't.
Right.
Oh my God. They're so sweet. Okay, so for those who don't know, my name is Monica Style Muse. I am a digital influencer. I've been in the game for quite some time, so they say. You know, I'm like, it's been 10 years, but I'm your favorita morenita. You know, I'm from Brooklyn, but I'm currently in Los Angeles. A lot of people don't know that about me, and it's okay because my son now is from the Valley, child, so we're gonna take it. It's okay. But I do all things beauty, lifestyle. I like to say, yo hago lo que a mí me da la gana. You know, I do whatever I want.
I love when you do that.
But it's just important for me to just be myself in any space I'm in, whether it's beauty, whether it's fashion, whether it's mommyhood. And I'm just here to just share a little piece of myself that maybe you may not know so much. So thank you for having me.
Of course, you guys are going to love her. This conversation is about to be so good, so
excited.
real. You guys are going to relate to it, but I need you guys to do something for me first.
What are you supposed to do?
Subscribe.
Yes. Subscribe right now.
Yes, we're gonna give you
Like right now.
5 seconds to press the red button.
We waiting.
Just that,
Okay. So let's get into it. You want to tell her about our little
Okay,
game?
so It's Giving Motherhood is our little game, okay? And so we take these paddles, this is what this is here for.
Alrighty.
And the gold means yes, or it's the first option. The white means no, or it's your second option, okay?
Alrighty.
And the first answer is always the right answer, so don't think too hard about
Trust
it
your
and just
gut.
give us the
I trust y'all.
the real, okay?
I trust y'all. Let's
so
do
we're gonna
it.
ask you a question. I will start. Did you experience being touched out after having your baby?
What's touched out?
So like you're
okay.
cooking and your man come up beside you like,
And you're like, oh, I don't
and
like
you
that.
like, ooh.
Because you have your baby and your baby's always with you. You're
No, touch me.
okay. She said, touch me. She said the hormones did the opposite for me.
It was on fire. I was like, do not get me pregnant again. They got had a C-section.
She was like,
Yeah.
So we couldn't do nothing.
Yes, well, I was like, look
Oh,
now.
man.
Like, and it wasn't on purpose. I didn't even know what it was. I felt so bad. He'd be like, you know, he'd walk behind me like a little puppy dog, like, oh, and I'm like, it's not personal.
Not right now.
I feel
It was
like
a
that when I
natural
have
reaction.
my period. Like, don't touch me while I have my period. Like, my boobs, do not touch me.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
that's or when I'm doing chores. Like, don't bother me when I'm
Yes.
doing chores because I'm not there with you. I'm cleaning.
I have a random question.
Ooh,
'cause
let's
we just
do
talked
it.
about getting our boobs done.
Uh-huh.
I really liked being touched on the boobs before I had my breasts done.
Yes.
Hated it afterwards.
I agree.
It changed for you too?
Because it's like, I know what we're so honest with each other,
Yeah.
and I know he knows there's milk in here still. So he's probably like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I feel like a part of me felt like this is like I'm a mom,
Yeah.
and it became like I went from like boobs to milk supply.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
like
these are
weird.
partners now.
Yeah, like it's weird. I don't know. I agree.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm not
It's
the only one. I feel like I'm like, don't touch. It's kind of weird. No, I agree.
Okay.
Okay. Has being a mom given you more confidence in your body?
Baby.
I'll say yes now. Yes. Because I'm like, oh, I really did that.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, I did that.
And
You're like confident in like, oh, my body's really cool and what it can do.
Yeah, like
Okay.
my body. And then I also, like, not only is it cool that it can do this, but like, I look good.
ooh, and you do.
Thank you.
Okay, have you seen her? Like, these women are incredibly, like, stunning. I came in here, I said, oh my gosh. I'm so glad. Like, I was really, like, blown away. Not that I had any less expectations, but I was just so blown away by how everything is set up and just, like,
thank you.
I'm so inspired by moms killing it. Like, I feel like I just got into motherhood and just to see mothers been doing it and doing it still, I'm like,
it don't stop.
I'm so excited. No, motherhood made me feel like, y'all gonna see this fupa, y'all gonna see this gut. I'm not even, but the thing is, I feel like I've been more transparent. Like, I'll tell my audience, I'm wearing a faja today, I'm not wearing a faja today. That hurt, okay? Like, that is not gonna work. But I just feel like
breathe.
I made a whole child.
But I appreciate it because I get so sad when I see people who have recently had their babies and they're trying to show their snapback after. Even if it looks good, I'm just like, I feel so sad that that's the expectation. I'm like, your cervix is swollen. It's not even about being fat, especially like right after you have a kid. Like your cervix is swollen.
Inside.
So if you're showing me you have a flat stomach afterwards, like what did that's not good.
It does something weird to, I feel like a lot of moms these days feel like I have to look like this immediately after.
You get those legging pictures about like 3 days after you have the baby. I'm like,
or even like in my culture, they had me wrapped. The next day, I was like my mom was like,
trying to get those abs together.
I said, who's wearing this and I'm breastfeeding?
Like I can't breathe.
No. It's too much. It's too much.
Yes. Okay. So have you found yourself comparing yourself to other moms?
Yes.
Yeah, I think subconsciously I do.
Yeah,
like not on purpose.
Yes, I
But
agree.
then I'm like, get out of there.
Yeah.
Kind of.
You have to talk to yourself, and more so like not more so like I want that, more so like how are you doing it?
well, yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'd be like, dang, how are you doing all of this? How do you look like this girl spilled the beans? That's why I think these conversations are so important to have because I don't think people, like, I'm sure people look at me and like, girl, how are you doing it?
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I'm
for
looking
sure.
at people at like,
How are you?
girl, how you look like that? And you got all these kids and then like you got a job and you work from home and you a mom, like, and you a wife. Like, how are you doing it? So it'd be that. But other than that, I'm like, no, it's okay. Like, I don't want that. I just want to know how you're doing it.
Yes.
Yeah, the only thing I compare is like, how did your abs get back together?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, how? How? And then, of course, the Pinterest moms, because it's like, I want to. I won't, but I want to.
Yeah.
But I want to.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. And then I also have to remember their age. Like a lot of the girls who are having babies now, who I follow, they're younger. Your body snaps back differently when you're younger.
Yes.
And it snaps back really nice with the first child.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
My second and third.
Lay was kind to you.
Yeah, like after Layla, oh my goodness. You would have, it was great. I still had abs, all the things.
So after Zoe, you were like, I'm coming right back.
Zoe came for war.
Yeah.
I'm coming in this. What's her sign?
She's a Gemini.
Oh, okay. So she said, I'm gonna bring a little spice, a little color to your life.
Both of them, truly. And you know, your body also knows when you're like what to do on the second and third child.
Oh, wow.
Your body immediately, like I was showing.
Oh yeah, you showed earlier
so
the second
quick.
child. So be prepared for that.
Yeah.
I felt like I showed so quick. I don't know if it was my torso was short.
Well, then you're gonna show up like the
next day.
There's gonna be no confusion next
Yeah.
time.
Thank
My
God.
husband always jokes, and he's like, literally, you took the pregnancy test, told me that you were pregnant, and the next day you had a baby. Literally. He's like, we couldn't hide it for very long.
Oh my gosh. I couldn't wait for my belly. I remember we were pregnant in Miami and I didn't tell nobody it was my birthday. And I remember people came up to me and they were so sweet. So if y'all watching, thank y'all for not telling nobody. Because I was throwing it back on John and you could see the whole belly, but it's that in between of like, you don't look pregnant.
Is she
Like, she just enjoying life.
It was so annoying. You didn't know what to wear. Literally, it was so stressful. But it was fun. It was fun.
So next question.
Okay.
Do you keep your goals private?
I don't.
I feel like no. I don't know.
No. Okay, no.
Y'all can't take what's aligned for me. Like, if God has this set up for me, like, I don't even know how I got here.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm just from Brooklyn, and I just, like, came on here right after I got laid off. I was on unemployment for a year. You have to go and get checked in and, like, make sure you was looking for a job. You got to go to, like, the little workshops. And they be like, have you been looking for a job? And you show them this little chart. I was like, I've been looking. Like, I can't get a job.
I remember that during COVID.
I've been looking at $300 a week. And then a year came up. I said, y'all, I ain't got a job. Like, I need money. And I moved here on a whim.
So you're like, I have no job and I have no money. I'm going to move to LA?
Yeah.
That's the goal?
Yeah, I mean, I came out here by the grace of God, and I told my boyfriend at the time, my fiance, who was my boyfriend at the time, we were together for 5 years, and I was like, can we just go look at apartments? Like, let's just manifest. He goes, Monica, I don't trust you. But I had no money, so I really was like just looking.
But he must have trusted you.
And I gave him a 2 weeks. I called my mom. I said, Mom, we found a place. Do I have your blessing to move? She goes, how quick? I said, I got 2 weeks. And I gave him actually 2 weeks to make a decision if he wanted to move to LA. And he was like, what? I said, let me tell you something. I'm not about to hold back my dreams for a boyfriend. Like, I love you, but we ain't got no ties. We like 5
Did he
years.
have a job?
Yeah, he did, and he was a smart man. We were in a long distance relationship for 6 months, and we did the whole thing, and he loves it. He actually cannot see himself living in anywhere else.
Wow.
So
that.
I'm just very appreciative and grateful because sometimes you hear about the woman chasing the guy and
Yeah.
following.
Yeah.
But mom, if he wants to, he will. Okay.
Yeah.
Period.
So I'm very grateful
I
that
love
he
that.
did that because I was off delusion. I had nothing lined up, and he followed me. He's crazy.
So you literally, like, when you came to LA, you weren't sure what you were gonna do, but you just were
like I had a
I know.
management, I had deals, but nothing to be full time. Like that's insane. Like I was an executive assistant at a publishing company for a while, and then I got laid off. So for me, I'm like, I'm not used to like, what is this world?
Yeah.
10 years ago, what was it?
It was very,
Yeah.
it was very
There was
different.
like maybe just a few of us, and if
Yeah.
you were doing well, you had to be doing well
Yes.
to be full time. So for
Yeah.
me, I just really said, God, you take the wheel, and lights have been on since, you know.
Yes.
So I'm just very grateful. It's
Lights
always
have
been
been on
going.
since. I love that.
I mean, I'm sitting here with y'all, so
Yes.
I feel like I'm in the right direction.
You are. That's so true. Okay, so question:
Okay.
big wedding at home or destination wedding?
I literally just had this conversation with my fiance. I said, I don't want to entertain grown folks no more. I would literally just want to buy my house and do it in the backyard. And
Yeah.
he's destination because we have such a big family.
He's destination.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he's destination. But I'm like,
I'm
not.
destination.
I would rather do this. So I don't
Let's
really know.
convince him, please. Do it.
Yeah, it's just so when you
Destination.
decide to get married, you're like you said, you're planning an event for everybody else on your day. It's my day. Why do
Yeah.
I have to worry about you
I
getting
agree.
good food and
Yeah.
free drinks? Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't make any sense. Like,
I agree.
I don't want to entertain grown folks on my dime.
Oh my dime.
And then you might not even show up. So then
Yeah.
I'm mad. I'm losing friends along the
Oh,
way.
and people don't.
Yeah.
Oh, you always lose friends.
You always lose friends around the
Everybody
wedding.
loses a friend.
Yeah.
Dang, you
During
see,
their
I
wedding.
don't want no drama.
Yeah.
My
Always.
baby shower was already a whole ordeal.
Yeah.
so
It was
and I
beautiful, though.
thank you. It
Beautiful.
was literally, it felt like a wedding. Like we woke up at 5
It
a.m.
looked like a wedding.
I'm like, thank goodness, because I was able to kind of like get a little sneak peek to what it could be at a wedding. I said,
Yeah.
absolutely not. Like, I don't want to have to worry about everybody else's glam.
Yeah.
I just want to worry about myself because
Yeah.
I'm literally paying for it.
All that
So
matters-
I would like to just worry about myself.
Yeah.
All that matters is the photos and the video anyway at the end of the day.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah.
So hopefully, John, you see this and we just do it in our big house.
A small wedding in our big house.
Yes, I would love that.
Ah, that's so cute.
And put that wedding money into our children's future. Hello.
Well,
There you
perfect
go.
segue.
Hello.
Kids at wedding or kid-free wedding?
My kid will be at my wedding, so I don't know.
Wait, what about everybody else's kid? Are they allowed?
I feel like sure. Like, what am I supposed to tell my best friend? Like, she can't bring her kid. Like, I'm gonna bring my kid. Like, I don't know.
So I'm gonna do this
Right.
because kids at the ceremony, and
Oh,
then
yes.
after y'all could go,
But
know,
don't
with
you want to
the,
get
with
lit
the
at the
sitter.
reception? You gotta worry about
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're saying the kid can come to the wedding,
the
not the reception.
ceremony.
The ceremony,
Okay.
don't bring
And
the kid.
then at the reception, y'all gotta go.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. I like that
Because
concept.
I want my daughter was at our thing. We didn't have a wedding.
Yeah, I
but
think
she-
the
yeah.
parent, like the bride and the groom, if they have kids, bring theirs. But it's like,
Everybody
do you want
else.
your friends to bring their baby to your ceremony?
ceremony,
I
no.
know. Yeah, I think the ceremony maybe no kids and
Yeah,
like
no.
bring them to the party if there's like a little section for them. But sure.
Oh, that's nice. So
Yeah.
you would even let the kids be at the party.
Because my family, look, Dominicans turn up with
Yeah,
children,
yeah, that's
no
true.
children. Like
Yeah.
the kids could be at the function.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
y'all start drinking coffee around like 3 years old.
Oh
right?
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
a coffee drinker. Like I drink coffee. My veins are filled with coffee for sure. Okay, but no, I agree.
Okay, are you team full glam or the no makeup look?
Dang, it's also too because it's like
Yeah, it depends on the day.
Right, depends on the day.
Depends on
like
the day.
Monday through Friday, if I'm not going out,
No makeup,
We're
makeup
not wearing
look.
no makeup. But if we stepping out,
Full glam.
You say you going.
Full glam.
If we gonna do it, we gonna do it.
absolutely.
Yes.
There's no in between with me. There's not like she's kind of. It's either you look.
So you're full glam. You're not
I'm
no
full glam.
makeup look. You said
No.
if I got makeup on,
No,
I've got makeup on.
I
You
have
know.
acne, hyperpigmentation. You gonna get full glam. Like I'm not gonna give you a tinted moisturizer unless she's gonna be a full coverage. Okay, let's keep it a buck.
What's your favorite full coverage tinted moisturizer?
Oh my God! Why am I Alicia Keys brand? What am I? Keys. Oh my gosh!
Wait, so she
one.
wears makeup.
Listen, but it's like a tinted. It's like a concealer. It's like an all-in-one concealer, and it has like the biggest doe foot. Oh my gosh! When I tell you, it's so fire on the skin.
Really?
So she dry snitched on herself.
Listen, I don't know. It's like a good serum. It really gets my
skin. I thought she just had like skincare. I didn't know she had the.
There's a whole makeup collection.
So she's like, I'm not wearing makeup because I don't have eyeshadow on.
Yeah. Maybe she's not being specific, but like there's a little
she
bit.
She does the no makeup.
Yes, that's what they're not telling y'all. And then the guys be like, I want my face. I want y'all to do y'all makeup like her, and it be a whole face.
Yeah,
y'all don't get it.
Okay, got it. So last question.
All right.
Would you rather have your man take you on a surprise shopping trip or a surprise meal like date night in?
A date night in.
Date night in?
Date night
because
in.
I really don't need my man to do to take me anywhere, like shopping, because we're gonna be there for a while. So this is not gonna be fun. But like a date night in, like our favorite horror film. I'm a horror film.
Really?
So this is your time of
That's my love language. Like cook at home, let's watch a movie. Like we've been doing that more, especially when you have a kid who sleeps in bed. You really gotta make
That's
it.
when your life starts when they go to bed.
Oh my gosh. And listen, you literally have just that window. You told me it's a secret, I told my man. I promise
Well,
you.
no, there's always, I feel like if you tell anybody a secret, there's always a plus one.
Of course.
absolutely.
But especially if someone's married or in a relationship, I don't even...
Yeah, they don't count.
Yeah, it's not even like a thought. I'm like, if you're married, your
Yes.
husband definitely, or your whoever, they know.
But it's safe.
Yes.
It's locked.
We locked in.
Okay, don't worry about it, okay?
Well, all right. So now that is all over, this was good.
We're like, that was just IGL.
I know, that
Oh my
was
gosh.
just Thanksgiving
What's about to
motherhood,
happen?
y'all. Okay, so let's get into the conversation. Now, of course, we know that you are known for all things beauty and lifestyle and things like that. But what are some of the things that you don't always openly get to talk about that you wish you could?
I talk about it in and out, and I would say mostly mental health. I find myself, especially going more to like beauty events, I'm stepping out more.
Yeah.
Oh, you look great, yada, yada. Okay, how are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't feel like we talk enough about that with each other. We always be living for the looks, living for the glam. And especially being in this industry for so long, I'm at a point where I don't know if it's the mother in me, but like I care.
Yeah.
Like it was fun and games when we started, but now I'm looking at you and I'm like, I'm tired. Are you tired?
Yeah.
Because I know life is putting hands on us and I'm seeing it and you're here. So I just want to know, like, I see you and I just want to, can I give you a hug? So I've just kind of been more so embracing one another in our space, or just anytime I speak to someone, I want you to leave feeling better. I don't know why, like all of a sudden, I feel like that's like the thing that makes me feel, I don't know, it makes me feel good knowing that I see you.
How recent is that?
Since the passing of my mother.
I was gonna ask.
Since the passing of my mother, I'm just seeing so many people go through life, and I'm just like, how are we doing this? And it's incredible to witness how many of us are going through something so similar and stepping out, showing out, especially Black women.
Yes.
Yeah.
The way we step out and we're still so excellent.
Yeah.
I almost thought I wouldn't even work anymore after that, because I thought people would look at me and be saddened by me.
Yeah.
But I was just so glad people didn't feel sorry for me.
Yes.
And even so, I was like, oh, you're not gonna get anything mediocre from me.
Yeah.
If anything, you're gonna get it even better.
Yeah.
So it's been an incredible shift in my life, and I think it's been for the better.
I was gonna ask, so you're checking on everybody else. How have you been taking care of yourself since the passing of your mother?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very vocal at home. Like we do this thing where I say, hey guys, I'm at a 70 today, like from 100. And I'm very vocal. I'm not the strong Black woman in my house anymore. I've hung that up.
Amen.
6
We
months
talk
ago.
about taking capes off. We're
Take
like,
that
if you're
shit.
calling a super mom or super woman, we're doing too much.
I don't want to do it no
The
more.
moment I hear that, I'm like, well, that means I need help.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't think it's a compliment to be strong, and I hate that even in this time in my life I have to be strong because you have a child, right?
Yep.
But I look at him, I'm like, gracias a Dios that I have my son that has helped me navigate in this space. But honestly, I'm very vocal about my emotions at home. I tell my fiance. I think sometimes we lean onto our partners as if they're therapists. They do not. They're not therapists.
They do not count as your best friend in your relationship are not.
They're not therapists.
Therapists are therapists.
Yes, and you need that if you do. And I've been very vocal about that at home. Like, okay, guys, I need help. And they're so supportive. We allow each other to feel.
Yeah.
Thank goodness I don't have any vices or anything. I think the only thing that I lean onto is like CrossFit. I'm
That's
like
so
crazy
great,
now.
though.
Like I'm over here like, but I'm just
I wish
so
we had a
grateful.
pull-up bar here.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, I can't do no pull-up. I can do a little, I can do a little something. Yeah.
She
but
said,
no,
"Miss me on the pull-up."
I'm at home, we're vocal. And I want Carter to be able, as a Black man, communicate his emotions and be okay with saying, I don't feel my best today, I'm saddened, I'm angry, and it's okay, and it's celebrated here. Because it's just a pocket. Like, I don't even think God allowed me to have postpartum depression.
Wow.
Absolutely not. Like, I don't even know.
because you wouldn't have been able to,
how?
That would have been too much.
How would I have done it? I literally would have lost my mind. And I never, I know it can be in your body for some time, but I literally never had a moment of like, I'm depressed.
That's so
Even
good.
still with where I'm at, I'm like, I think I might be insane because I'm okay.
No.
Yeah,
And I think because now we talk more about depression and anxiety, it feels like, oh, should I? But it's like, it's not uncommon, but it's also not common at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, yes, no matter what, you have postpartum because there's hormones, but I think it doesn't have to be associated
with
depression.
Yeah, with
or anxiety.
depression or
I agree.
anxiety. Or
I agree. No, it's crazy just to put your body through so much trauma, losing your mom, then being a mom.
Yeah, I was getting ready to ask you that.
Go for it.
Literally, it's your first child. So
Yes.
it's not like this was your second or third where you were able to really call your mom and say, Mom, I don't know what this is and all that. So what has it been like really like navigating motherhood for the first time while also grieving and like trying to really, the loss of your mom, you're trying to be a mom while also missing your mom.
No, it's been it's probably, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. I don't think I have a worst enemy, but if there was an idea of like,
you had one.
You'd be like, God, do anything to this person, but not this.
That. Like, if anyone knew my relationship with my mother, they knew like we were like white on rice. Like, you couldn't.
You guys are very close.
Mommy lived in New York. If she would be like, I'm bored, girl, I booked your flight. You come tomorrow. Like, we were just like that. I would cry my mom when she left Los Angeles and my fiance would come in. Well, I'm here. I'm like, it's not the same. Like, I want my mom. I'm a 30-year-old woman who wants her mom. But it happened really quickly for us. And I just believe that everything I am is because of her. And just seeing and witnessing, I've never said this this is the first time I'm saying it on camera. I haven't said it, but she passed from stage 4 gastric cancer. And for me, it was something very quick, and you almost have this, this feeling, I don't know, like, you just know that this is it. We just celebrated her being 13 years in remission from breast cancer. So we could do the math, September, I gave birth.
Yeah.
We found out she had cancer in December. From September to December, she lost 30 pounds right before our eyes. And it was one of those things where you're like, death is staring at us in the face. It was staring at us in the face, and it really was a shocker to my family. To this day, we are
still like,
what
just happened?
like it still doesn't even feel real. But she was fighting till the last of her. My mom was showering to the last day. And I always think about, this is a little sidetrack, but have y'all seen From Scratch?
Yeah.
So you see when the sister comes, she goes, you stink.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was thinking about that. I'm like, I gotta shower every day because mommy was showering. She didn't let the nurses like see her undress. She's like, like she still had so much fight in her. So I remember that, and I say, you getting up, you stepping out, and you're gonna honor your mom any way you can. So I'm very proud of how my family has navigated. I thought it was about to be a shitstorm, child.
I don't think there's any. I knew what word was coming out, but there's no other
I'm
option.
so sorry.
There's no other option.
I just knew that, but I'm a lot stronger than I think.
No,
that
you
I
are.
thought. And I didn't know that until I experienced such a loss. But my aunt has been such a great mother to me, I guess you can say. Now she's been trying to fill those shoes, that I reassure her all the time, you don't have to worry about those shoes. You are enough. And just giving my family that validation, because we need that right now. We just need to lean on each other and give each other that support, because ultimately we're all we have. It was just my mom, my grandmother, and my aunt. Those are the only 3 women. Everyone else were men.
Oh, wow.
I only have a bunch of uncles. Yeah, that's why I'm like, like people be like, oh, you from Brooklyn? I'm like, yeah, and I like fought a lot of my cousins. Like, we was all guy cousins. Like, I'm like, listen,
like,
that's why I wanted a boy first. And I was like, I know how to be around boys.
Yeah.
But it's been incredible. My brother has been like, we look at each other like, we should be worse.
Yeah.
We should be worse. And that's the thing that I struggle with. Like, I'll have pockets of joy, and I'm like, you shouldn't be too happy right now. Like, take it back. So I do struggle with that.
No, I can imagine because it's like I lost the most important person in my life. Like, and I'm smiling and I'm laughing. It's like
I was literally on a roller coaster at Disney World, and I was like, no, you shouldn't be laughing. Like it'll be like the most joyful moment, and I'm like, bring it back.
Wow.
And so I've been struggling with that,
and
where
you
I'm
know
like,
that's not what your mom, and that's probably why naturally you have joy because your mom didn't instill anything but that in you.
No, my mom was.
So when you bring it back, she probably like,
girl,
She's like, why are you doing that?
be happy. I want this for you.
Yeah.
No, but it's been life put hands on me, and it showed me that I am capable. Like, I feel superior. Like, I literally feel like I could, like,
I want to
feel like I
start
could
saying
live.
that.
I feel superior.
I really, like, I'm not afraid of anything. I thought birth did a number on me. Death did a number on me. Like, we thought it was gonna be one thing, and people were like, "Is it your grandmother's?" I was like, "Oh, now you have no idea.
Yeah.
Your girl is literally out here." And people are like, "How are you working?"
Yeah.
Depression is, for me, it's easy.
Yeah.
I can decide to wake up, show up for my son, not go to work. Tricking my brain every morning and telling myself, you have to be happy. It's a choice for me, because I know depression's not always a choice, so I want to make that clear. Sometimes, especially after motherhood, it's a cloud. Like, you be like, bro, I'm like, what's going on? Like, you feel weird.
Yeah.
But I make a choice every morning to show up for myself first, so I can be the best version for everyone else.
What are you doing in the mornings?
I have no
like
ritual.
Okay.
Like, I think those are the things that, because I was just telling my cousin this, I was like, I want to show more of my life, but like, I feel like it has to look so curated. I have
You gotta pretend you just woke up.
That is
the
insane.
No.
How did you guys capture that?
Carter cried.
I just saw a video or something like that. They were like the nighttime routine, and they're like, and then the baby cry. They're like holding
And then
it.
throws
Like,
the baby. It's like, how are they doing that? And that's when I compare myself. When I'm like, how are you doing this? Like, this is not realistic. Like, I'm literally just gonna start. I literally wake up and my house is flipped. I'm cleaning, Carter's taking things out the playpen. He's throwing every ball.
you just need to move to TikTok. TikTok like all the
Yeah.
videos.
They like the non-aesthetic.
I have no routine. I'm always late. I'm rushing. I'm like, sometimes I'm like, did I put on deodorant? Oh my gosh, did I brush my teeth? It'll be like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Did Carter eat? Like, I'd be like, whoa. It's
Like, you gotta
insane.
feed someone 3 times a day minimum. That was the biggest change for
More
me,
than
because
he's
I
starting-
don't eat 3 times a day.
Who are you telling? And then you gotta eat healthy. Like, I'm like looking at the products in the bag. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't think this is healthy for
never
him.
looked at any of
I'm
that
like,
stuff
that's what I'm
before.
saying. Like, now it's like so much information overload
Yes,
that I'm like,
yes.
should I not give him this stuff? But Carter's chilling. That little boy is so
He's all
excited.
right.
He's gonna be okay.
We were not on no, organic formula.
No.
Like,
No.
they'll be fine
We're
because
all right.
somehow we exist.
And look,
We're
And I
here.
should
doing
not.
fantastic. So we're gonna be okay.
Yep.
So you said mental health is, very important to you. You talk about it a lot. It's one of your things that you care about. But did you grow up focused on mental health? Because Black families, I'll go as far to say even Afro-Latina, it's just not a cultural thing. Yeah. So how did this become a thing for you?
Yeah, I would say just communicating within with my brother, with my cousin, especially
around men.
Yeah, it's like for me, I just always felt I'm the oldest. So that was my fear was having a daughter and having her be the oldest. So that was honestly one of the first things I was like, God, don't have me have a girl first. I mean, if you want me to have a girl first, sure. But I just didn't, the pressure that comes with being the oldest woman in your house,
it's a lot.
it's too heavy.
I know.
I'm so
also
sorry
the
to
oldest.
you.
Yep.
I feel so bad for us.
It's awful
We have to be the
sometimes.
solution for so many things.
Yes.
I want Carter. That's your job now. I'm so sorry. But it's just, I would say, no, you get over it.
Yeah.
And I also grew up where you just fought. you had a
close up on that face in that moment.
you just fought with your cousins, and you was like, and then we good the next day.
Yeah.
But that is not the way to be out here. You have to learn how to express yourself, especially when you get older. And I think sometimes people are used to just that dynamic of being non-confrontational.
Yes.
I love confrontation. Yeah. I am confrontation.
You're like, let's talk
But
about
see,
it.
I think
would
it's
love
important.
to.
So as an only child, non-confrontational. I've never been in a fight. I was gonna say, you said fighting's not the way. I actually think, especially at younger ages.
Fighting at young age.
Yeah,
okay?
not fighting strangers.
Oh God, no.
But I actually think it would be healthy and good because I think it makes you less fearful of if it does happen, if it does happen. Like my kids, when they fight, it takes everything because it's annoying. But I let them argue because I'm like, they got to figure it out. Like, if someone's always jumping in, like, what's that going to do? But I didn't have anybody to have confrontation with.
Yeah.
So I think it's a very important skill, like,
I agree.
to grow up. Because,
No, I
especially
agree.
for a woman.
Oh, listen, my fiance's the only child, and we are the complete opposite.
Yeah.
I'll be like, what? Call him. And he'll be like, oh, no. And he'll be like, Monica, it's not that deep. Oh, he loves it.
It
It's not
is that deep.
It's deep to
It
me.
is that deep.
So I'm literally the spice.
That's
Okay?
my husband. I don't tell him certain things because I just know.
Yes.
I'm like, this isn't even a problem. He's like, oh.
No, there have been plenty of times because, with us two, we're so opposite. So
Yeah.
I'm like, no, Blair, we need to talk about this right now. We need to call them right. Like, there's been things. I'm like, no, we need to do this right now. She's like,
talking it out. I think that there's miscommunication is so big, especially in like Black communities.
Yeah.
You be thinking like it's a big thing. Just talk about it. I'm sure we just read something wrong.
Yeah.
It was sent in a text
90%
message. I
of the
put
time.
it in my mind. No, that's why I like to talk it out so you
Yeah.
can hear my tone, hear the way I'm
Voice
saying
note
it.
it.
Oh, a voice note. I love a good voice
Yes,
note. I love a
yes.
good
And
voice note.
confrontation's not a negative word. I think we put
No.
context on
Yeah.
words that doesn't
Don't
belong
need
to
to
I
be.
you.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Confrontation is great. I love getting down. Like, I made better friends with confrontation.
Yeah.
Like, girl, no, I was just saying I was gonna do this. Be like, oh wow, and I thought you were saying that. Like, and then we move on.
Like, glad we talked about that.
thank goodness. Like,
Because otherwise I'd have been at home.
no,
And the other person is not even thinking about it. Like, oh, you took it.
no, I didn't even
Yeah.
know. Why are you so angry? Like, listen, especially me now with mother, I ain't got time. Like, if you
Yeah.
take me out of my house with my kid, I'm an Aquarius. Like, I just go with the flow. But if you take me out my flow, there's something that happens to me.
Yeah.
It's like
That little tip.
like something happens to me.
She's like,
oh my gosh, But I pride myself in getting down to let's get down to it. Like, life is too short.
Yeah.
And I hate to have to always say that, but like literally it's
I
short.
agree.
It's not that deep.
And you got kids, so you got even less time
If
now.
your kids are not in
Yeah.
danger, there's food in your house,
Yeah.
rent is paid,
yeah.
I love you. We can get over it. You ain't sleep with my man? Listen, I love you.
You see my man, it's
I love you. There's nothing we can't move from. Like, we good. I love you.
Like, she's like, wait, one more thing.
One more
And that.
thing. As
Like,
long as you didn't sleep with my man.
I love you. There's
Speaking
nothing.
of your man.
Honey. He's awesome.
So now that you are a mom and, the baby, because typically once you put a kid in a relationship,
I thought she was going to be like in someone's tummy.
no. Once you put a kid in, a relationship, things change, the dynamic changes.
Absolutely.
You got to figure out new things, new ways, and how to really like prioritize your relationship. And then you guys got engaged at your baby shower.
Yes.
So you walk us through that a little bit about just, first time motherhood, but also really just doing the relationship thing.
How's the
And
dynamic?
what is that?
It's rough. I mean, we when we had those little doula classes, they told us you're going in as a couple, but you're leaving as parents. So you leave as parents, and then 3 months later, you're now planning a funeral. But now we also were trying to plan a wedding. So it was life handled. It was so many highs and the worst of lows. And I really am so grateful for the way he's handled me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say handle, like, because I don't
with
even,
care.
I don't, like,
Like you're fragile.
I'm very fragile.
Yeah.
And he is an only child who wasn't used to communicating his emotions or asking if you're okay. And he has just been so gentle with me. And I'm just so grateful because I'm not always gonna be, my sad doesn't look sad. Sometimes my sad looks angry, And I don't know how to say it at times, and he can see it for me. So I'm just very grateful for that. We've been implementing calendars. We have a whole calendar in the fridge.
Same.
We have to be on each other's calendars on our phones. It's not a chore, but it has to be done. My OBG said that out of the 100% of her partners who come to her office, only 5% last. 5%. So, we make it a thing to book hotels, child.
Yeah.
We have to take trips away, without our little man. We love him. But now having my aunt live with us and
That's
she's
great.
been able to like give us that. She'll be like, go be with your man.
Yes.
I'll be like, okay. But then it's like, it's weird. I don't know if you guys relate because it's like you have this moment with your man and this is the moment. So it's like, you're not doing no foreplay. It's like weird because that's why I'm
You're the
so
window.
about, if you're gonna have a child, if you ever have the I guess I want to say the luck because men change once you have a child. Definitely don't go into it that you want this for yourself. The way your body goes through so much, it don't matter what my man says. He could say I look good. If I feel like crap, it does not matter.
Yes.
Yeah.
It does not matter. So love what you're about to do for yourself. And if this bringing a child, because with my man, I was just like, I was so grateful that he loved me. Through it all. It's ugly right now. It's ugly in the sense of we're going through so many emotions. But we're like in it. And that's marriage for me. Because we've been together for I think 13 years.
A long time. It's
Wow.
a partnership.
Like,
It's a partnership.
Yeah.
Like people want the butterflies and all that stuff.
That's not just the love
that's
part.
not gonna sustain you 80 years from now.
Same year.
Yes.
And people were giving us a lot of crap about, you guys got engaged while you were pregnant. We didn't know we was trying to get pregnant. Let's be clear, okay? I didn't hear it here first. We wasn't trying to get pregnant. I was living my best life. I just got my boobs
like,
done.
I was just doing my thing.
Was like, I was out here.
These were not mommy boobs.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. So I just want people to know, like, it's not about the time. I think a lot of social media makes it be like, ooh, 5 years and you got. If I would have married John at 5 years, we would have not been together. There was no way. Because who I am now at 31, that is, no. I still don't know my man. I still don't know that man, especially as a father. So it's like, take your time. I didn't care about the ring. For me, I didn't care about the ring. I said, I want a life partner.
I
who's
love
gonna
that.
thug it out with me, okay? Because there's going to be one day that I'm going to need to thug it out with him. And that's what it's about. It's not about, you got 5 years to put a ring on me. And like,
I was gonna say, you sound like you're gonna be engaged for the next 20 years.
listen, I'm really not pressed because I want a house first. I want my son's Roth account looking cute.
Yes.
Okay, I want my retirement looking cute. I'm not really pressed to impress adults.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not pressed.
say it
I'm
again.
not pressed.
That part.
Like,
Once
it's not.
that really unlocked something in me. Once I realized, like, everybody, I always say I care about what people think. Like, I think, like, it crosses my mind, but then I'm like, they're not paying my bills. They're not home with me. Like, after this moment, it doesn't matter. And that really freed me because I was in my head a lot before all of that.
Yeah.
And then one day I just realized, like, it really don't matter.
It doesn't.
And that's when I, like, opened up a lot because I'm like, who cares what they say?
It's a great like way to live, just all across the board with just following your journey and walking tall in it. Because that's how I think it was 2021. I was like, why am I caring so much about certain things? Like, I can go after the thing. I can, I don't have to be on anybody's time clock. I don't have to, do the thing that people think I'm supposed to be doing. Like,
I agree.
I'm in my journey, and that's it.
okay.
That's fine. And I think that that's something really, really encouraging to all the moms out there that are, or even because we have the aunties too. But, because I think with the time clock. We have so many aunties that are like, when am I supposed, well, I'm supposed to get married first, or I'm supposed to have these kids, and when am I supposed to do it? You're supposed to do it when you are supposed to do it.
Yes, absolutely. We need aunties, okay?
Yeah. Period.
Okay, and I do believe that just because you're a woman, you don't have to bring life into this world.
No.
You're not supposed to be a mom just because you're a woman.
That's very important. If you do not think you want kids,
Yeah.
don't have them.
Don't
and
have
when
them.
somebody asks you, especially if you're married or in a long-term relationship, when are you having kids? Make it weird.
I love that. Because I'm like, what?
Like you're asking about my sex life.
Like, literally. And I think that's the most embarrassing part about being pregnant is because people know you was having sex.
My dad told me that when I was a teenager, we saw like a pregnant person, and my dad was like, "Well, you know what she's been doing," and so I think about that every single time. I'm like,
it's always weird. Like, I think about it with like my in-laws. I'm like, dang, like every time, because they used to when they would take the kids, they'd be like, "All right, now don't come back pregnant." But I'm like, you really thinking about the fact that I'm doing it with your son? Like, you really are. Like, you thinking about the fact that
But then before you're pregnant, they're like, well, y'all giving me some grandkids. And you'd be like, ew,
Sorry,
don't. I don't want to think about that with you in the room.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
be like, never if you keep asking.
No, listen. At this point, I'm just like, y'all, ladies.
Don't do it if you don't want to, because it is not Instagram. And it's always like that line because when people are pregnant, they're like, oh, you're giving me all this unsolicited advice. And then they have the baby and they're like, why didn't anybody tell me? Or I'm pregnant. Everybody's only negative. And then they have the baby and they're like, oh, like it is awesome. Like there's so many awesome points, but it's a lot.
Some lows.
And so if you don't want it or you're not even sure, like don't do it yet.
Don't do
There's
it.
never a right time, but if you're like more like 40, 60 or something like.
Yeah, and you're second guessing yourself.
Yeah.
The trauma. Like I had a C-section, and it was great for me. I loved the C-section.
Yeah.
I hated being induced. Why would anyone do that? I didn't know what induced meant, so when I went in, you would have thought because I paid for doula, so I thought I knew everything. I was toxic.
Like,
You getting induced today? I said, I'm having Carter today. And then I get in the hospital. She goes, oh no, baby, you're gonna be here for a few days. I said, I'm so sorry. What?
Oh wait, a few days.
A few days.
Because they start the process the day before.
Yeah.
And then,
Because afterwards, especially if you have a boy and you want to get them circumcised.
The whole shebang. And then I didn't open up. I was 3 centimeters. Carter was chilling.
Yeah.
He said he came out pissed.
He said, this is how many weeks were you when they induced you?
39 weeks.
Oh, I was 40. I think I was 41 both times. I was 40 and 41. Like, they had to induce me because the first time my water wouldn't break. And no, I had no water. And then the second time, they said I had gestational diabetes and they wanted to induce me at 37 weeks, but I was like, no. And I should have said yes.
Yeah.
That's how I got my wrinkles. And then, so I waited till 40, but
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. No, I had my babies at 38 weeks.
Listen, that inducing is not for the for the weak.
Because it's the fake contractions.
And it's the
Pitocin.
worst. Oh, the Pitocin
Awful.
kicked in. I was on all the drugs. They were like, and I was one of those. I don't want the epidural. I don't want nothing.
Oh, I was that too. I was going to be at a birth center. Once they brought me to the hospital, I said,
give me the drugs.
I was hyperventilating.
I'll say, if you see I literally recorded my entire birth story, the whole thing, and then the anesthesiologist, they were getting so annoyed because I was like, Ma, make sure it's focused, and the whole area has to be.
We thought you were in pain.
I am, but I need to get this clip because look,
everything is content.
Everything is content, and I'm so glad I did it because at that point, like my mom was so hands-on, and it was crazy. Like it gives me chills when I think about it. When I recorded my mom, I go, Mom, you look like an angel. And she, just to know, like, I have that footage and just to have that, and I'm just like, oh, thank you, God, that I was that crazy lady giving birth. Thank you. I needed that. And even at my baby shower, I had, like, all the grandparents say, hi, Carter, I'm your grandma. And I didn't even know.
I got
Literally, didn't know.
I don't know how you, like, do that with that. I'm over here, but...
No, this makeup looks really good. I'm good. We're good. Like, I'm telling you, Mommy would have been in here, like, off. Like, and that's who I am. And I hope to be able to give people that. Because when you look at me, don't be sad. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. I have so much to offer, and I want to make sure people, I like to tell people I'm a feeling. Before you see beauty and everything, I'm a feeling. I'm not.
She's not lying.
I want you to feel good around me. I'm just like y'all. I'm so grateful to be here and just how beautiful this is. The vibe has been incredible. And the questions, I looked at my team, I said, they're amazing. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. But this has been incredible. Seriously.
I have one more question.
Ooh, okay.
I have one more question. So we talked about all the milestones. We talked about, all the things that you've been through. But one thing we didn't really go into is how have your friends shown up for you during this time? And then have your friendships changed, whether it be motherhood, grief? Are there people that didn't really know how to show up for you? Like, what has that been like?
Oh, that's listen.
You know when the laugh happens, you're like,
That's that Sierra laugh.
Anyway,
sorry.
I have the most incredible tribe. I do.
Okay.
My tribe, everyone knows my tribe. Like my tribe is wow. My best friends organize my mom's funeral.
wow.
That's how my tribe
Because
is.
that's another terrible thing. When someone passes,
you don't
you
know.
have to plan an event when I'm grieving.
I have to feed people. It was insane. My best friends planned the whole thing. They planned the whole thing, so that just tells you the type of.
So you can't have a big wedding because you can't afford to lose a friend.
Oh no,
Right.
I need them all. Literally, I'm like, you guys have been in moments for me, and my mom was a mom to them. Like my best friends have been my best friends since middle school, since high school. And my mom is the life of the party. And she's turning up. She would have been here twerking something. She's just that type of person. So for them to have carried that load for me, I will forever be grateful for them. They will forever. They are my non-negotiables. Okay. I don't care how mad. Get over it. Like, we in this. Like, I don't know. I told my best friend, if me and my man, God forbid, ever break up, I'm marrying my best friend. Like, I'm marrying one of them. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, you know, he is gay, but I thought it would be the perfect situation. Like, you could be with your man, I could be with my man, and we could, like, coexist.
Because we just said marriage is a partnership.
Yes, it's just a partnership. It's a good contract, you know. He got good credit, we got good credit. I was like, best friend, it's gonna be great.
So y'all have a friendship contract.
They got that Jada and Will relationship.
Shit. Listen, I don't know anybody. I don't know what who. I don't know nothing. Listen, we gonna have a what's that company called? What's her company?
Red Table Talk.
Not red, the actual like her company.
Oh, I forgot.
No, Jada talks a lot.
No, again, I don't know. Whew, wait, you got me hot. Listen, but look, in regards to friendships. I definitely did lose a lot of friends within motherhood too. And I think something happens to your instincts when you realize that, I don't know, your instincts just talk to you when you're pregnant. Like you really start doing some reevaluating.
Yeah.
Like, who makes my stomach hurt?
Okay.
And if you make my stomach hurt, like that little, you gotta go.
Just trust it off.
You have to trust your gut. And I really felt like that was my ancestors talking to me. And I said, I gotta do a whole cleanse. Okay, let's cleanse out. So when I was pregnant, I did a lot of shifting in a lot of relationships for me. I thought it was very important for my mental health.
Yeah.
And even ultimately, while I'm still in this grieving process, there were a lot of people who didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
And there were people who didn't say anything at all. And I don't know if that's the hurt me, saying nothing and not knowing, like just saying nothing, I think it's the worst thing you could do to someone who you get it wrong. You're wrong either way. So my scissors have been sharp. They've been, I've literally been very clear. Motherhood has made me clear. Losing my mother has made me clearer. Like, it was very, like, wow, I've thought we were in each other's lives and you didn't know what to say at all. Like, there's literally, you could have just Googled what to say. Yeah.
I mean, AI now. You
could have Googled anyway. There's nothing, like, and I remember you may not respond to everyone who reached out, but I definitely remember people who didn't show up. They weren't missed. But I definitely took account, and I remember.
So I have a quick question, though, because we asked this about friendship. So it's like, especially since you're into confrontation, like, how do you end the friendship?
I was literally gonna ask that.
Are you like, girl, we're not friends again? Or is it just like, you ain't show up, so we just have never connected? Like, is it a ghost or is it very clear?
I'm a little bit of both. I think especially where I'm at in life now, I feel like everything doesn't have to be said. I think friendships definitely have an expiration date. And it doesn't have to be a thing. It doesn't have to be a thing. Like, we haven't been talking, girl. Like, you know we're not cool. Like, we don't gotta even talk about it. It's cool. But I think if it's appropriate and we can be like, adults, I think it's definitely, there's definitely a time and place to end a relationship, especially if it mattered. Like, if it mattered to you, I think it's definitely worthy of sitting down and letting people know what time it is. And it doesn't have to be a rah-rah. It can just be like, we are in two different places in life, and it's okay. And confrontation is not a bad thing, okay? Especially Black men, y'all can do it too, and it doesn't have to be anything but love, okay? I always ultimately want to end a sit down with love. We, especially in motherhood, like, you think I'm gonna touch my face? Absolutely not. Like, I'm like, listen, I'm calling the cops. You are not the person, you do not. I am, listen, I am not that girl.
I used to be.
Listen, I only been in one altercation in high school, oh my gosh, and I will never, absolutely, like, you wanna do what? Oh my God. Yeah, oh God, I'm so scared. I will call the cops. I am not that girl. Monica Style Muse is a brand. This is work. I am a mom. I have so much to lose. And I think we need to, like you said, remove that negative, idea that confrontation is bad. It's a good thing. We need to know how to communicate more. People be like, oh no, don't say nothing. When I say I'm gonna say something, I swear I'm gonna talk on, I'm gonna meet you where you're at.
The issues happen because of lack of confrontation, not because of confrontation.
Say it. It's important. Talk more, learn how to communicate, express your words, open up a dictionary and also know how to express yourself.
Open up a dictionary.
Because sometimes, listen, I'm good for I'm very vulgar, but when I want to make my point come across correctly, I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't want to name call you. And sometimes we can get a little hot. And sometimes it's important. Just like, I mean, listen, Michelle, I love you, but sometimes you gotta go low. When they go high, I I'm going low, okay? But I'm trying to be better.
Because
God's
at
still
least
working
you
on
get
me.
it out instead of
Yeah.
thinking about it for like a month or 2 weeks or
Yeah.
a week. Like, because then otherwise you cursing them out in your brain for
No,
days.
Yeah,
get it
get
out
it
of
out.
your system. I believe in getting out of that, like, because you're compromising your emotions
Yeah.
because you don't, like, if you want to confront, like, if something is bothering you,
Yeah.
talk
And
about
that
it.
makes your stomach hurt.
No, and you got, and I really believe when you have all this, like, internal issues,
Then you start-
it becomes
comes out.
something
Yeah.
else. Illnesses, health issues, like, it's,
Projecting, all that.
They say
not worth it.
what you don't heal, your body reveals.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. B.
listen, child,
I didn't make it up, but you know.
what?
TM.
What after I experienced like birth, I felt like everything happened to me. Like I lost weight immediately, but then once life happened again, gained weight, started my hair loss. Oh my gosh, no one prepared me for hair loss.
Yeah.
Like the balding was real.
That's a real thing.
I did not know that like you could lose your hair the
Yeah.
way I was. Like
And
my
you
hair
did.
my hair is so thick, but there was like patches where I was like, girl, what
Jeez.
is happening? But postpartum hair loss is a
Yeah.
real thing, child. It's okay. We doing it, and we make it look cute. We make it look easy.
So our actual last question.
Because they
for
said
you.
last time.
Yes,
I know, we
I'm
said
sorry,
last.
for real. This
Last.
is a real
This is
one.
a for real.
Last.
What do you think moms actually need to hear?
You doing just fine, okay? You're doing just fine. Like, we wear so many hats, being our own boss, while still have to keep up and be sexy for our loved ones, for ourselves, by being a mom and doing gentle parenting, child share, whatever. Like, we're doing a little bit of everything. So I think sometimes I think society doesn't give us enough grace. And I also want us to be graceful with ourselves because
That's where it starts.
I'm always like, I'm never gonna come up to work and be like, I'm a sad story. I'm not. It's a
Yeah.
part of my story, and I'm more than that. It's gonna make me evolve, and it has.
Yeah.
So ultimately, I'm not sure why God did it. There was a TikTok. I was like, "What would you ask God?" I'm still in my asking God phase.
Yeah,
you know,
and
I'm
that's
still
okay.
if I'm being transparent, but I know that it really showed me.
Yeah.
Wow, you're insane. Like you
Yeah,
can
no, you're
literally,
amazing.
you're capable of so many things. So you're doing just fine.
Well, thank you. We're so glad you joined us.
Yes, thank you
and
so
you're
much.
stuck with us forever now.
Forever.
You
So
know.
you literally
Because
cannot
we come
get
to
rid of
LA,
us.
so
Oh,
just
Yeah.
please, I'm a
So
foodie. Let's
yes,
eat.
we're
Bring
going
the
out.
Oh my
Yes.
God, listen, I am so floored. I am so grateful. Thank you. I mean, we started off with a prayer, and when I tell you, it's just like I sunk into this couch. Thank you so much. You never know whose lives you can touch by something like this. This may be work, but God has been shifting me into this space. Like I've been wanting to do a podcast for years. And I told my team, I said, I want to talk more. And I didn't know what to talk about. And then life happened for me, and I'm like, I have so much to say. And I'm just so grateful because he's been pushing me into this space. And I hope to see you guys at even bigger, okay? Y'all go Emmy, okay?
Amen.
We claiming it. These girls are incredible.
You're gonna make me cry.
Incredible, seriously. You guys are incredible. The energy here, everybody from the behind the scenes, everybody has been truly amazing. Thank you so much.
We
No,
keep
don't
talking,
cry.
girl. Keep talking.
You guys are amazing.
You're my
Dang, did you just drop your face on my face? Oh no, that face is still sitting. Oh wow, my face didn't come off.
Thank you, Steve. Check the credits.
Y'all, please make sure you guys support these girls. They were absolutely incredible. It's not a facade.
No.
It's real.
What's up?
Thank you.
Hey, Mom. What's up? Hey, Mom. What's up?